What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and as most of you may be aware, or maybe you're not, the Litecoin Halving is counting down. It is almost here. So according to NiceHash, we have 5 days, 20 hours, and 38 minutes to go. Now, the weird thing is this just said 16 hours like 5 seconds before I hit the record button. There's another site here that is saying 5 days, 22 hours, and we have another site saying 5 days, 16 hours. So all of them are wrong. You know, you can see they all have different times here. What's correct? We have no idea. Now, the one thing that we do have in common across all of these is the Litecoin halving will happen at this block height right here. No matter what, all these timers mean between different websites, and why you're seeing differences is depending when they last picked up their last update on network difficulty, network hash rate, and so on. It predicts the time based on that. But no matter what, the only thing that will never change is the block height that it happens at. So once the chain does hit this block height, 2.5 million, then we will see the Litecoin halving happen. So I did want to point this out. So it is 2.5 million, 2,520,000 to be exact. But there was a halving that happened not too long ago. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I want to say FLUX, but I'm not sure. But it was kind of funny because everyone was watching a calculator, and then all of a sudden the calculator went to zero. It wasn't updated. Everyone's like, oh, what's going on? It's delayed. Yes, the halving's delayed, all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. And it wasn't. All that it was is it didn't hit the block height yet. So the calculator was like 2 or 3 hours after the calculator said zero, and everyone's freaking out. It was a pretty funny thing. I seen it all over Twitter and stuff. I can't remember what coin it is. If you guys remember anything about this, please let me know down in the comment section. So I did want to bring up that part to attention, is that it'll happen at the exact block height on all the calculators. So you cannot rely on these. It depends on when they pull the data, but it's always happens at the block height when it happens. So it doesn't matter what these say. As soon as the chain hits this number, bam, the next block will be the halving. And what's going to happen in the Litecoin halving is right now the current block reward on Litecoin is 12.5 Litecoin per block found. It's actually going to drop in half. That's hence the halving event. It cuts the block reward right in half. So we're going to go from 12.5 Litecoin down to 6.25 Litecoin. So what does that mean for all the miners out there, and what is profitability going to look like? Now, a bunch of you may be familiar with the Ravencoin halving, which happened prior to the Ethereum merge. So what happened here was the blocks went from 5,000 to 2,500. Another halving event. It was cut in half, so the profitability got cut in half as well. So what happened on the network is actually half of the hash rate left Ravencoin and went elsewhere, just due to the fact that the profitability wasn't there anymore. And that's what it took to bring the profitability back, was half the hash rate had to disperse, unless obviously the price goes up, which it didn't. So that's what happened. So half the hash rate took off, and there's still a lot of you that are really thinking that this is probably going to happen with Litecoin, but I don't think that's the case this time. Now, previous halvings on Litecoin, a bunch of hash rate did leave, but Dogecoin, I don't even know if it was merge mineable then, but right now Dogecoin is the majority of the script profits. So you're getting most of your rewards out of Doge. So the Litecoin halving isn't going to affect you as much as it did previous Litecoin halving, because the Doge price was next to nothing. And I don't even know if it was merge mineable at the time. Maybe it was. I'm not sure. That was a little while ago, but we'll have to see. But right now, the majority is from Doge. So let's look at those numbers. So let's take a look at the numbers and what it'll look like. So this is based on the current network conditions right now. So if the halving was to happen this very second at recording, this is exactly what things would look like. So right now, based on everything here, we got our Litecoin here, our Doge actually. Our Doge is coming in at about $12.18 per day. Litecoin is making about $7.33. Now that is a total profits on an Antminer L7 in hash rate mode of $19.52 before power. Now it does cost about $9.04 to run this thing at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, which is what I run. Now here is after the halving. Now Doge is going to remain the same. You're still going to get that $12.18. Nothing is happening on Doge, but Litecoin is having that halving event. So the blocks per day, which is being rewarded, is cut in half. So that's actually going to drop the profitability from Litecoin alone down from $7.33 per day to $3.66, which puts our merge mining together at $15.84. That drops our profitability down from the full halving of only $3.67. Now, 3 days ago, it was only looking like a little over $2, because remember, price will depend. If the price goes up, you know, that profitability drop is going to be a little less, and you're not really going to notice it moving forward, depending on the equipment you're running as well. Now, if it was a full halving event and we had to drop 50% straight from that 1952 here, we would actually only be making $9.76. That is really bringing us close to our power per day. And if that was the case, we probably would see more expensive kilowatt hour miners pulling off the network. But due to the fact that we are only going to be losing about $3.67, so we're only down to $15.85 here, I don't think we're going to see, if you are mining Litecoin, Script, Dogecoin, merge mining right now on Script miners, I don't think you're going to be pulling off the network once the halving actually happens. Now, what does this mean for the future of Litecoin? So with those block rewards being cut in half, that means it's 50% harder to get Litecoin. There's going to be less coins minted per cycle at that point. If we look back to 2017, we can see that Litecoin pumped to about $359. This is USD. And if we come in and look at it in the last bull run, 2021, we can see that we actually hit 377. Now, the next bull run, which is expected, is going to happen in 2025. I am guessing Litecoin will hit its peak again around November of 2025. So we'll still have to wait and see what happens. We cannot predict the future, but it's going to be pretty close to this. It might even be October, because the previous one, this actually happened in December. We can see December 18th was the pump. And then here was November, 1 month sooner. So if anything, it might happen in October, a month sooner than that. But I'm going to still roll with around that December mark there. Now, leading into this halving event, we may see a quick price pump, but this isn't going to be anything magical. Just like Ravencoin, Flux, and a lot of other coins that have halvings, it's not a magic pump scaler. It could be a news thing where you see a quick one, but it's not going to last. We are still in that bear market, so the prices will end up coming back down again until we do hit that. Now, because it's harder to get Litecoin, we will see and hopefully at least hit the all-time high and go above and beyond that. So maybe around $400 to $420 Litecoin at the peak could be very possible at sometime November of 2025, due to the fact that we have this happening and it's a little harder to get those coins, less being produced at a time. All right, guys, so let me know your thoughts and opinions on the whole halving. Are you mining Litecoin or any script coins? Are you worried about this halving? And what do you think the future price and when that pump may happen? Let me know everything down in the comment section. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.